Hello friends, welcome to PG department of LJ University. This is a lecture series of subject Applied Mathematics for the first semester student in Computer Engineering branch. Here I, Dharmin Patel, presenting some basic terms of statistics from the unit number 8, statistic part 1. We all are very aware about some basic statistics like mean, median and mode. So here we will discuss mostly variance and standard deviation and normal distribution curves. So here we will understand some concept of district data. What is a district data? So suppose the number of products or number of items produced by the some manufacturer for company, it is called a district data, because we generally counting in 1,000, 10,000 or very large number of population. Or continuous data is like average of car, temperature, or so here continuous data is generally like average of cars, temperature and pressure. This type of data calculation is called a continuous data, and population is the generally very large number of data, and suppose we are taking the number of items produced by the company, that is called that is generally in the terms of lakhs, 2 lakhs, crores, etc. So that type of data is called a population, and sample space or sample data is called suppose we are taking some research work or quality work, we are checking in the and the sample data is very selected number of data or selected random data from the population. Suppose if company manufacturing some items, and if we want to take we have suppose a company produce some items in 1,000 or 10,000 or lakhs number of items, but if we want to check the quality of that product, so we are taking just samples. So that type of samples is called sample data, and this sample data is generally less than 30 or almost less than 80, 70, 90, etc. So that is sample data, and it is depends on our works, or it is depends on the requirement. Now frequency is the number of times data repeated or occurred, and relative frequency is frequency number upon total number of outcomes. Here we have to understand mainly what is the population and what is the samples. So here the population is very large number of data, and we have to, if we want to take the mean, median, mode of that population, so it's very hard, because the company produce the many number of items like 1,000, 10,000, and from that individually we can't easily calculate the mean, median, mode, variance, standard deviation, etc. And from the samples, that means the particular randomly selected items is called a sample. So it's a very small number of items, and we can easily calculate the mean, median, mode, variance, etc. So that is the purpose to take the samples from the population. Now what is the mean for population? The mean of population is mu, and generally it is denoted as mu, and standard deviation is denoted as sigma, and variance is sigma square. But for sample space, we are taking the mean as a x bar, and standard deviation is capital S, and variance is capital S square. So we always remember these two things during our statistical terms, statistical unit. Now we will continue with the mean. Here mean is nothing the sum of observation upon total number of observation. Suppose we have a n observations or n items, x1, x2, xn, and total number of items are n, capital N. So it is mean is sigma xi upon n. But sometimes the data is given in the frequency form. Suppose data is given x1, f1, x2, f2, x3, ft, xn, fn. So in this case, suppose our item number x1 is occurred or repeated f1 times, x2 is repeated f2 times, x3 is repeated f3 times, xn is repeated fn times. So in this case, mean is not calculated like above formula, but it is calculated by this formula. Here we are multiplying the x1 and f1 plus f2 and x2, f3 and x3 up to fn and xn, and that is divided by n. Because here our x1 is repeated or x1 is occurred f1 times during our total population or total sample, x2 is occurred f2 times during the sample, x3 is occurred f3 times. So in this case, we have a mean is like this, and it is calculated sigma fi xi upon sigma fi. Sigma fi is the total number of calculated data, that is denoted as capital N. But sometimes our data is given in the classical form. Suppose y0 and y1 are upper limit and lower limit of the class, and y0 to y1 number of items are f1, y1 to y2 number of products or number of items are f2, y2 to y3 it's f3, up to yn minus 1 to yn is fn. So in this case, mean is calculated like above formula, but here x1, x2, xn are actually midpoint of the class, and this is the concept of different types of mean. And now median is the exactly middle value of our data, and mode is maximum number of time data is occurred, that is called a mode. And now we will discuss about the variance. Variance is very important part from our statistical portion. And what is the meaning of variance? Suppose your data have a mean x bar and your total data, and suppose now we will discuss about the variance. Suppose our data is very large and its mean is mu. If variance gives the particular spreaded data from the mean. So here variance is terms refers that statistical measurement of spreaded between number of data from our actual mean. That is one type of expansion from of data from the particular mean, and its square root is our standard deviation. So that is the one type of distance gives from our mean. Now generally our data is distributed around the mean. Here our vertical line is our population mean, and most of the data is distributed around the particular mean. In this case, generally situation occurs in the most of the data like this, and it is called the normal distribution. It is bell-shaped curve and it is symmetric about the mean. But here we have to understand what is the meaning of mu plus sigma, mu minus sigma. What is the meaning of mu plus 2 sigma and mu minus 2 sigma? What is the meaning of mu plus 3 sigma and mu minus 3 sigma? So here we will understand properly. Here middle vertical line gives your mean value, and we express our mean value both side up to 1 time standard deviation, that means mu plus sigma and mu minus sigma. So between these two lines and our bell-shaped curve, most of the data is covered about the mean. in this case, we cover the mean 68% data between these two lines. That is the meaning of our particular concept of mu minus sigma to mu plus sigma. Between that particular region, we will cover the 68% data between them. Suppose we extend this line both sides up to mu plus 2 sigma and mu minus 2 sigma. So we can cover the more data, and that will cover the 95.45% data during these two lines. And if we cover extend more data, more lines both sides, that means mu plus 3 sigma and mu minus 3 sigma both sides. So in this case, we can cover the mostly 99.73% data under these whole curves. So that means normal distribution curve always cover the almost data, and all the data is distributed around the mean. And also we can say that here data is symmetric about the mean, because bell-shaped curves is symmetric about mean. We can say that this is our normal distribution, and our most of the data is distributed both sides. We can see in this picture. And now we will discuss about the more two terms in the skewness. What is a skewness? So skewness gives the data is not arranged in the bell-shaped curves. That is called a skewness. So here skewness is actually the skewness generally measures the terms degree of symmetricity of our frequency data or frequency distribution, and it is denoted as gamma, and its formula is under root beta 1. What is beta 1? Beta 1 is mu 3 square upon mu 2 cube. What is mu 3? Mu 3 is a third moment about x bar. What is the meaning of third moment about x bar? So that means, what is the third moment about x bar? Here x bar is our mean, and we calculate the summation of all data from mean, and we are taking the cube of them and divide by n. That is called the third moment. We will discuss in the next lectures of our statistic. Similarly, second moment is generally median. Okay, so that is our concept of skewness. Here we will understand if our data is right skewed data, that means this situation, this type of curves is occurred, that is not properly bell-shaped curves, it is not symmetric about the mean. Here mean is exactly here, but it is skewed right side, and our most of the data is covered on left side to the mean. So that is not a bell-shaped curves, and median is left side to the mean. Also mode is also left side to the median. So that is the situation when our data is right skewed data. Most of the data covers on the left side. Similarly, on the other side, left skewed data is exactly opposite to this. Most of the data cover on the right side, and some few data goes to the left side. Here mean is not exactly at the middle point, it is mostly left side, and here our most of the data is covered on left side. So median value is right side to the mean in the left skewed data, and mode value is also right side to the median value. So that in this situation, for the left skewed or right skewed data, our mean is not exactly at the middle. Also in the right skewed data, median and mode is left side to the mean, and on the other hand, on left skewed data, median and mode are on right side to the mean. Here skewness gives the actually symmetricity. Here skewness gives the symmetricity of our data, and it is calculated using the moments. We will discuss the concept of moments in the next lecture. Here another point is kurtosis. Kurtosis actually gives the pick up or pick downness of our bell shape curves. Here kurtosis measures the thickness of distribution, means it measures the convexity of our frequency distribution. That means how much curves goes to upside or downside. It is denoted as beta 2, and beta 2 is calculated like this: mu 4 upon mu 2 square. Mu 4 is the fourth moment about the mean, and mu 2 is the second moment about the mean. What is the moment? Fourth moment. That means we are taking the difference of each data from the mean, and we take the power of that difference is 4 and take the summation and then divide by n. That is the fourth moment. Similarly, for the second moment, in the second moment of about the mean, we are taking the difference of each data and take the square of that and then take the summation. After that, we are dividing that one. So that is called a second moment of our data. And here we will understand the kurtosis. So here our generally most probably our curves data is given in the bell shape curve. It is a normal distribution. At that time, mean, median and mode are equal. That means we can say that mu equal to capital M. Capital M is the median, and that is equal to Z. Z gives the mode. So that is our frequency distribution. It is normal distribution. And here beta 3 is actually 3 when mu, mean and mode are equal. But sometimes the data is very nearer to mean. At that time, most of the data is like beta 2 is greater than 3. This type of data distribution is called the leptokurtic form of the data. And in this case, beta 2 value is greater than 3. And in the next part, if the data is very spreaded, but it is symmetric to mean, it's on the bell shape curve. So at that time, value of beta 3 is less than 3, and it is the leptokurtic concept of distribution. So kurtosis gives us a proper distribution, how much data is very nearer to mean and very far away from mean. That is the concept of kurtosis, and this gives the thickness of curve during the distribution. So here we covered the concept of mean, median, mode, normal distribution, and skewness of the curve and kurtosis of curves. In the next lecture, we will discuss about the moments and properties of variance. Thank you very much.